So this one's a little more deep. Find that frown and understand it.
For the past year, my 6-word memoir is discovering myself in times of uncertainty. I feel like prior to quarantine, I was just surrounded by friends and like a bunch of activities and schoolwork. So I never really had time to I guess rest or just, stay by myself because I considered myself like an 100% extrovert. So I didn't really take time for myself that much because I just felt like being around people was the best for me. But then during quarantine, I had to separate myself, and through this separation, I was able to realize a lot more things about myself, like how much I enjoy writing or reading. So that's why I said that it was discovering myself. And then it was in times of uncertainty because we weren't sure when we were going to see our friends again or go back to school. So
okay, so chaotic bookstore runs at night. I love going to the bookstore at night because the vibe is great and everyone is visibly tired, so there's no need to act like a professional customer. And the employees are also visibly tired, so it's a great just have a conversation whenever you're asking for book recs.
This is about last year's. I said cycle of life, class after class, because it felt very repetitive. I think my last school year specifically felt like every day was the same, and I was living a life of just classes, do homework, go to sleep, wake up, do classes, and it was pretty much just I didn't do anything else. It was really just boring sitting at home and having the only thing be school, which is probably why I focused less on it because I didn't feel it was that important.
I wrote a letter does not define you. Basically, this was kind of for me, first semester, freshman year was kind of a mess in terms of grades. And there was a lot of me struggling to keep my grades up. And so I realized that a lot of it was I can say I didn't have the best grades for first semester. And then I realized that having one, a letter in terms of B's, which is what I had, one letter does not define you. You can have a B on your transcript, but that doesn't make you a bad person or change who you are as a person, and it doesn't reflect anything off of your personality or who you truly are as a person.
So for next year, I just wrote rainy day sunsets with warm company. I really like rainy days, and I feel last year it didn't rain that much. So, crossing my fingers for more rain this year. And I think that sunsets are only super pretty when there's a lot of clouds. So, yeah. And then I would like to, I just wrote rainy day sunsets with warm company because I do want to spend more time with people because we were in isolation last year. And warm just because it contrasts with the cold of the rainy days, even though I don't really see rainy days as a negative.
75 books read in 1 year on Goodreads. My goal is to read 75 books, and I'm already on book 4, I think. I only started reading last year in March, so I will have more time to read. So I get a lot more books from friends and stuff, whereas last year I had to rely solely on my parents.
Thinking ahead, second chances, the one. So this is I was going to think ahead a lot more this semester, specifically in this year, because I wanted to focus on school more, like I mentioned, and this is a second chance I could work on my grades more. I could work on just improving in school and being better and getting my assignments done on time.
So this one's a little more deep. Find that frown and understand it. I think even after we got out of quarantine, 2021 overall was kind of a mess in terms of first quarantine, staying at home for a really long time, then coming back to school and all these new things. And so honestly, a lot of time was me just kind of being sad about it. But the thing is, I couldn't really pinpoint what I was sad about. I used to just sit home and I was I know I was sad, but I just didn't do anything about it. I just lay on bed all day and do nothing. But I realized that, like, if you're sad about it, like, I know a lot of people, there's, like, this really stereotypical saying, or, like, classic saying, like, find that frown and turn it upside down. But I think before you can do that, you really have to, like, understand why you're sad. Because it's, like, there can be, like, a lot of reasons, but you really have to understand why you're sad and, like, what you can actually do about it to turn that frown upside down.